It's a bit like me. Okay. Just same on the laptop. You press the buttons, it doesn't work very fast. It's a bit like me. Give you a nudge, it takes you a while to get going. Anyway. Yoga out. Like, no experts at this stuff. All I like to do is feel what's going on. So, in the yoga, we just want to get our best possible stance and position in whatever we're after. So, each move and each stance, each position has its own unique stretch and feel. But it's something that only we can feel. So, we will feel something different in every stretch if we're a different person in the same position. So all I can do is help guide in regard to positioning and things, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's just fix this camera up. It's a bit crooked. Don't like crooked cameras. There you go. Alright. Okay, so let's start with some just some nice wide lunges side to side, so stretching out through the inner thigh. Inner thighs are a little tight today, this evening. We're doing a lot of work around the thigh in our stretching classes, around the thigh, lots of rotational work. Alright, so feet planted firmly on the floor. We need to be grounded in our yoga as well as everything else that we do. Feel the weight. 3 points of contact. Tripod through the feet. Behind the big toe, behind the little toe, through to the heel. Okay, sink a little lower in that Suma. Standing up. Reach high. Take a breath in and hinge forward. Take the hands to the floor. If we can, of course. If not, just soften those knees. Bring the hands to the floor. And then slowly work those legs up from there. Okay, drop the backside towards the floor and slowly coming up. Let's turn our right foot out to the side. Press the heel away at 45 degrees, so the toes pointing forward slightly. Bend that front knee over the top of that heel. And away we go. Turn the chest to the front, warrior two. So aligning ourselves up, we're trying to align the two heels here, we're trying to line our pelvis up with those. And of course, as we do that, the knees coming over as well, I would imagine. So find a nice, gentle, happy medium in that and just working through that position, trying to get that nice and easy. Okay. Always knee over the heel. Okay. Straighten that front leg, push back up. Come forward again. Feel the foot working on the floor as we press back. Just back up, straighten that leg. Look down that arm, that's it, soften that knee. Once more, pressing up. A lot of cracking going on in this room. Ankles are like doing snap snaps. Down we come. Okay. Tipping up. Salute to the sun. Alright. Swivel those fingers up there if you like. Tipping back up into warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Bending over once again. Stopping the knee over the top of that ankle. Once more, straighten that leg. Turn the feet to the front this time. Hinging over. Okay, nice job. Alrighty, so just warming up the quads, the knees, the ankles. Hopefully get a little stretch out of it too as we go along. Okay, soften those knees, take the backside towards the floor and standing up, going to the other side. So we're a fair way apart with these feet. So we trying to get nicely balanced. Bring that foot around 45 degrees at the back, straight ahead at the front. Soften that knee now, over the top of the ankle, arms up. Okay, get these hips straight. Get that knee squeezing back and just let the hips go back with the knee, okay? Find a nice happy medium. All the time working on that position, okay? Okay, we're going to straighten that front leg. There's the ankle again. Feel the foot at the front doing the work on the floor. It's pushing away, okay? Bending that front knee, stopping the knee over the top of the ankle. Okay, just fix those hips up. Okay, straighten that leg. Down we come. Once more, straighten up. Sinking down. Okay, tipping up. Sun warrior. Okay. So we're trying to be relaxed through the arms, so that's why I say just wriggle those fingers, move that hand around. Okay, coming back into warrior two. Calm down. Straighten that front leg. Sinking back down again. Okay, we're going to straighten that leg again. And turn to the front. So this foot comes around pretty much. Straighten that one up. Bending through the knees this time as we come to the floor with our hands. Okay. So now we're just going to straighten the leg side to side. Straighten that leg underneath us each side as we go, alternating sides. Want to keep the foot flat on the floor. Once more each side. Coming to the middle now. Okay, with those knees bent, heels of the hands on the floor, just straightening those legs behind us and soften those knees again. Take the back side towards the floor, straighten those knees, take the back side up and away, soften those knees again. Once more. Beautiful stuff. Okay, sinking down, bending knees, standing up nice and tall. Got to work out to the right side again this time. Okay, nice job. Warrior two once again. So don't be afraid to like wiggle that foot out a bit. Okay. Hips square, knee out a little bit. Okay, we're going to straighten that front leg again. This time we're going to reach over the top. A little bit more stretch in the inner thigh. Coming back. Bend that knee again. Once more, out we come. Leaning forward. Turn the palm to the front and tip. Nice high triangle pose. So you can slowly creep it down towards the floor if you like. Right, so you can hold onto that leg too if it helps. Either way, I'm just trying to get that nice stretch in through there. Work for it. Tipping back up, bend the knee at the same time. Alright, straighten that front knee. Bend over, reach as far as we can this time. Hold it up high. And slowly coming back. Turn the feet to the front. Once again, hinging down, so we're just feeling the change in this stretch each time we come. We're getting a little bit longer behind the legs, hopefully, each time. Feel that little difference. Okay, soften the knees and up we come. Turning to the other side. Okay, down into our warrior two. Fix those hips. Little tweak. Okay, straighten that front leg and reach over. Okay, coming back, warrior two. Straighten that front leg again, hinge forward, leaning over the top, fingers go right over the top of the foot. Turn the palm to the front and tipping over, triangle pose. Okay. So this position, you can look at the hand if you like, the foot, or you can look straight ahead, doesn't really matter. Inverted triangle pose, that means we're looking up in the other hand. A bit wobbly that one. But again, it's all about the spine twist, okay, so we're looking at the lesser version here, okay. So just sinking down in that triangle pose if you like, if you can get there. Depending where you are as far as distance goes, flexibility through the back of the leg here. But this is the one that's going to really help you in that sumo hinge. Okay, tipping up again, bend the knee at the same time. A little bit of a relief for that hemi. Up we come nice and tall. Reaching forward as far as we can. Lean right over this time. Okay, back we come. Sink into that. Okay, we're going to straighten up, turn to the front, and hinge out. Alright, so we should be starting to really get loose now. Woo! That's what you love about this stuff. Loosens you up a little, stretches you out. Ready to snap you back the next day. Ooh, here we go. Okay, soften those knees, bring ourselves to the floor. Okay. Just like that yoga pose, just stop myself from falling over. That's alright. So left foot up, knee underneath. The hip here, knee underneath. Knee over the top of the ankle there. Okay, we're going to reach up and over. So try to be straight line, so we don't want to be leaning forward in a twist. We certainly don't want to be leaning back. Just trying to line everything up. Hips are square across because of the way we've got the feet and the legs, and we're just side stretching, reaching the other hand towards the floor. If we can reach the floor, that's great. How far away are we? Not that far really. We need longer arms. And slowly coming up. We're going to do the other side whilst we're here. Slightly different stretch. Remember to keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Coming up. Switching legs, knees. Okay, don't forget, tuck the toe at the back, that's going to give you stability. We've got a loose foot at the back, means we've got a loose leg, okay? Should have mentioned that before. Forgot. Okay, here we go. This way first, yeah. Kneeling leg, arm up and over. Really early stretch in this one. Just slowly as we breathe. Exhale. Slowly going a little bit further. Okay, slowly straightening up the other side. And come out nice and tall. Okay. 2 knees on the floor. Hands out in front, press up, downward facing dog. Let's just walk those heels towards the floor. Stretch out through the calves. You'll feel the calves, particularly when we start to do this. Because generally speaking, we're just pushing the weight down across the heels, okay? We haven't done much at all as far as the pike goes, the pike position. And that's coming up next. So here we go, we're going to press up under our toes, stretch, tuck the chin underneath, tuck the shoulders down. And slowly lower those heels. This time, we're keeping that chest tucked down towards our toes. Take a breath in, exhale, come back onto those toes. And slowly back down once again. We've got the heels to the floor yet? Mine are just touching. Okay, up we come once again. Press right up on those toes, push as high as you can. Drop that chest towards the toes, stretching out. And then slowly lower those heels back down. Drop the chest towards the toes and feel those heels on the ground. Okay, soften the knees, bring them to the floor. Let's stretch out the arms now. Got a bit of work there, so lock those arms out in front. Sit back, stretch out through the shoulders. So we're just going to wave from side to side here. Just rock like a swing, rock those shoulders and chest from side to side as we come through. This side here, might see a little bit better. Feel that stretch move around. Okay, coming back to the middle. Okay, really reach those arms long. Spread those fingers on the ground, grip the ground. Okay, hinging up nice and steady. Okay. Cat stretch. Tuck the tailbone first, round up through the lower back. Slowly lift the middle and then the upper back comes as you drop the chin to the chest. Harder to breathe here because the abs are crunched up. Chest's really compromised, so breathe nice and steady. Okay, we're going to lift the chin, lower the upper back, then the middle back, lower back, tailbone comes out. Lift the chin a little more and really let that back sag towards the floor. Take a breath into the belly this time, there's plenty of room here. Let's push the diaphragm into the belly region. Stretch those abdominals toward the floor. So once you get the diaphragm there, you feel the pressure, reach that belly towards the floor. Keep the diaphragm there, keep that extension through the belly and just breathe on top of that. And relax. Tuck the tailbone. Up goes the lower back, the middle back, upper back, tuck that chin. Finish that rounding of the back. Pressing the hands into the floor and pushing them away in front of us. we're going to hinge ourselves back. So we want pressure between the feet. The knees want to be pushing back as well, so we can keep the arch in our back. Just hinging back, hinging the buttocks towards the heels, and just feeling a nice gentle stretch down each side of the spine as we come back. And slowly coming forward, lift the chin, bring the spine into neutral. Okay, bring 1 foot forward. It doesn't matter for you guys, I'm bringing my right foot forward. We've got two spine twists coming up, rotating the chest away from the knee first. Okay, so we come down, hand closest to the foot. As when we're anchoring to the floor, we're going to open up away from the knee. Use the floor. Use the back of that arm into the knee to help open you up. Some of you may be further than others in this, maybe a lot further than me. I'm a bit wonky. Hands open up nicely. Tam's doing a great job. Okay, slowly down we come. Okay, we're just going to leave that foot where it is and open up towards our knee this time. So nice, gentle lift of the arm, extend the arm up and press out. Let's stretch through the glute there as we rotate away. Try to keep the front foot flat on the floor. Don't let the knee rotate out. And slowly coming back. Okay. Take that foot back. Little sit back into child's pose. Stretch out. So we're just sliding that back side to side over those heels now. Just easing out the inner thigh as we go. Just rock side to side. Take the hips and pelvis left to right over the top of those knees. Beautiful. Okay. Alright. Okay. Up we come. Other side this time. Okay. We're going to open up away from the knee to start with. So we've got the back of the arm and that leg to help us in this. So just be mindful of the weight and pressure you put on that in the rotation. Okay. So it's much easier sometimes to open up the arm slowly in this rather than whack it open. Okay, so here we go. Slowly opening this to the side and unwinding the arm as we go. Try to keep the knee over the ankle. So our arm is right next to that lower leg all the way down. Okay, slowly we're going to come down. Easy does it. Be nice and slow with your movements. Take a breath at the bottom and open up as you exhale. Slowly unwinding that arm. Using that hand on the ground now to open up. Feel this this whole glute here start to really get some stretch in it as we take the shoulders away. The opposite shoulders coming away as we rotate. Keep the knee over the top of that ankle and keep it straight. And slowly feed that arm down inside that knee. Bring that knee back. Knees a little bit wider than the hips, and we're just going to circle those hips side to side as we come back. And then just roll side to side, just rock side to side. Feel the inner thigh, just easing that stretch out. going to stay on the mat, but going to grab a drink. Let's warm it up in here. Okay. Not too much now. We're going to be on the belly. We don't want it sloshing around too much. Okay. Lying on your mat, just making ourselves as long as possible, okay? Reaching out the top. Get the palms facing each other, thumbs up. Just reaching out along the floor. Toes are tucked. I just want you to press the heels away. Not easy, is it? Pressing the heels away with tucked toes. So much easier with pointed toes. Alright, just relaxing a little bit now. We're going to take our arms to our sides like this. Okay. So we're going to do a locust pose. Alright. So it's like a dish hold. It's set in reverse. It's a posterior exercise where we reach our fingertips away towards our feet and we lift the chest and chin off the floor. And we pull our shoulders back and we hold it like so. Squeeze those glutes. And slowly coming back to the floor. Take those arms overhead and reach nice and easy. Okay, we're going to do that again. So remember, toes are tucked. It's a little bit easier to push those heels away this time. As we come up, we're going to be digging the toes into the floor and straightening those legs, okay? So bringing those arms back, we're going to reach for the toes as we, the closest we can get is to lift these shoulders up and back. Lift the chest from the floor, but dig those toes into the floor, straighten the legs. And really try to lift yourself up. And slowly down we come. Arms overhead, stretch out. Release those toes now. Point your toes along the mat. Try not to get a cramp. Hard work, that one. Alrighty. A bow pose. While we're here, might as well do a bow pose. Let's do a half bow pose first. So, taking hold of our leg like so, like we would do a normal quad stretcher. But this time we're going to do one arm's out in front like so. We're going to try and get the knee as far off the floor and the chest as far off the floor as we can. As we push the foot away and we pull the shoulder away from each other. So we're supposed to look like a bow and arrow, okay? That's the bow bit, and then we're the string, okay? So the arm is the string, and the rest of the body is the bow. It's a half bow pose. Slowly down. Ease this off, otherwise you'll find your muscles might just tighten up a little bit. Okay, go to the other side. Alright, so we're going to pull with the shoulder, we're going to pull the foot up. Whilst we push the foot away, that's going to take our body into a bow shape. Pressing away. And slowly down we come. Okay, let's just reach long. Few breaths as we prepare ourselves for a full bow pose, okay? both arms, both legs, trying to get ourselves up off the floor. So we're just sort of on our lowest rib, maybe belly is holding us up, okay? Trying to get the hips even off the floor if we can manage it. It's going to take some work, which is how well we can do it. Okay, so reaching back, both arms. This is going to be the tricky bit. You might want to wiggle one side, wiggle the other side. Okay. Take a breath in, exhale as we press away. Whoop. Whoa, I don't want to make boat pose. I feel like a boat bobbing around in the water. Woo. And 3, 2, 1, slowly down. Release those arms. Lower the feet to the floor. Let the shoulders fall forward. Turn the head to one side. Woo. All right. Massive moves. Turn your head to the other side now. Okay, and slowly rolling over onto our back. Alright. Okay. Arms out to the side. We're just going to gently rock those knees side to side. So we're not holding them down. Just easing the knees over. Gentle twist from side to side with the knees. Okay, now we're going to start and look the opposite way with the head. So we look to the right if we're taking the knees to the left, or to the left if we're taking the knees to the right. And as we bring the knees over, we're going to turn the head the other way. So we've got this little twist happening through the spine. Switch sides again, nice and steady. Look at the other way. So when our knees are up above the hips, we're looking straight up at the ceiling. Ooh, my legs are shaking. Must have done some work today. Okay, once more each side. Right there, as I come over the top. Whoa, what's that? It was rather weird. Anyway. Right there. Just as... Right there. Ooh, it's shaking. Alrighty, cool. So we've had the back inflection. Now we're going to, an extension. Now we're going to do some flexion work. So one knee at a time. Just slowly bring the knee up and take a hold with the same hand. And once again the other side. Okay. So it shouldn't be too much work for the lower back. Okay, gently we're going to bring those knees up. We want to feel the pelvis roll up, tailbone just come off the floor as we do that. Maybe you'll even get these knees high enough to get the pelvis completely clear of the floor. Okay, we're just going to lift the head, tuck the chin and look down between our feet. Make ourselves into a little ball on the floor. Breathing nice and steady. Okay, slowly lowering our head back to the floor. Easy does it. Just let those knees go back a little bit until we feel the pelvis back on the floor. Keep the knees in your hands though, don't let the feet touch the floor. Okay, remember we're going to need to breathe out when we bring these knees up and tuck this chin. So it's going to be a long exhale, okay? So take a nice big breath in. Start to exhale as we bring these knees up. Feel the pelvis lift. Keep breathing out. We lift the chin, tuck the chin into the chest, keep breathing out. Make more space. Curve that back more. Relax the feet on the end of those legs. Once we're as far as we're going to go, then we can start to breathe nice and steady. Okay, our elbows just out to the side, so we're just going to do a gentle rock side to side. Just tap those elbows on the floor, just gently massaging the muscles each side of the spine as we go. slowly rolling ourselves back down, knees and head at the same time. Bring the feet all the way to the floor. Keep the knees up. Okay, we're going to bring those knees up once more. We're going to reach the hands through, take hold of the feet. Go into our happy baby pose. Okay, so a nice stretch for the thighs, the hips, as well as the low back. Going to pull the shoulder blades into the floor, so a nice active stretch for the chest and shoulders. Okay, so we roll those knees up. We reach through, take the feet from the inside. Once we're there, we then bring the feet up over the chest. So, shins are vertical. Alright. We want to pull those shoulders into the floor. So shoulder blades, see if we can touch that. And a gentle press through the feet towards the ceiling. Nice little active stretch through the hips. Keep those shoulder blades on the floor if we can. It's easy to get carried away with this one and like really push hard, but we don't need to. Okay, gently release that pressure. Okay, bring the shoulders forward, release the feet. Take hold of the knees as we just lower our feet to the floor. Just easy now on the back as we bring that down. Feet together this time. Okay, we're going to push up into a bridge. Take the arms out by our side and then up over our heads. Now relax the neck, relax the head, shoulders, arms. The knees are together, squeeze those knees together now. Now one vertebra at a time, we're just going to roll the back down. So starting from the shoulder blades through the thoracics, so the T1, 2, 3, 2, 4 and all that sort of stuff. Then into the lumbar region. And finally the sacrum, hip bone there, and relax. Bring those arms around to the side. Rolling onto our side, coming sitting up. Time flies when we're having fun. Kicking around and keep it going into our downward facing dog. Once again, walking the dog. Alright, just walk those feet just a little wider than hip width, okay? Just a tiny little bit. Pushing back on those heels. We're going to take the right hand and take it to the outside of the left shin, okay? Take no notice of me. On back to front. Purely for demonstration purposes. It's true. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me. Okay. And switching arms now. Other arm, right, left goes to the outside of the right leg. And place that hand back on the floor. Walk those feet once again, walk those heels down. Going down onto our knees, sit back into a child's pose just for a second. Okay. Just slide those hips from side to side, stretching the inner, just rotating that, the hip in the hip joint, the femur in the hip joint, sorry, as we go from side to side. And feel that stretch right inside. Great. Alright, I say that because we're going to come up into a three-legged dog. We're going to open the hips up whilst in our downward dog position. So we come up, press up nice and tall. Okay. any leg doesn't matter. We're just going to take it up and open up to the side. So our foot goes out at right angles. So we squeeze that hip over the top of that leg. Big strength move, guys. You're doing really well. And slowly back to the floor. Just walk those legs once again. Feel that button, that long leg. Okay, here we go. Other side. Opposite arm. Our leg comes up this time. So squeeze that leg up. Foot out, right angles. Big squeeze through that butt that's in the air. I'll tell you. Push the heel to the floor on the bottom leg. Nice and stable. And then slowly bring that foot to the floor. Walk that dog. Walk that dog. Okay. Soften the knees. Release the toes. Sit back. Hero pose. Okay. Can you see me? I'll just move forward. Okay. Okay, we're going to lean back a little in the hero's pose now. Back in the old days, shouldn't say old. TV legs, remember that? We used to go like that, sit like that all the time. Ian used to, she told me. Alright, there's nothing wrong with it. People used to say it's bad for you. It's only because the old people, us oldies can't do it, that's why it's bad. Okay, we're just going to lean back over the heels so we can use our arms to take some weight off those heels. Opening up the chest. Take the head back, so stretch out through the front of the neck. So you can like cradle the back of your head with your shoulders. Not too much tension though. Slowly tip the head forward. So we're tipping the head on the top of the neck and not whipping that neck forward. Okay. We're going to press our hips up off of our feet now. Okay, open up the shoulders, open up the front of the body. Slowly lowering the backside to the heels, to the chin to the chest, and work our way back up. Coming up on our knees, going to tuck the toes, flexing those feet, so feel the stretch through the front of those legs as soon as you do that. Reach to the back, find a heel, doesn't matter which side, with the same hand of course, on that side of the body, reaching up and over. Okay, so it's like the bow pose. Hey, we were on the floor, except I think it might be a little bit easier this one. It's like, really want to extend the opposite hip, okay, not the side that we're holding on to there, but the other one, the one we've got the arm coming over the top, really stretch it out in front. Breathe into that area with the belly, with the diaphragm. Okay, big deep breaths. One more. As we exhale, bring the arm forward. Slowly coming. Okay, other side. A little rotation, find the heel. Lean back. Arm comes up, extend through the back, stretch out through the front and breathe in. Breathe into this side, okay, you can make it happen. Big deep breaths. Push that hip forward, get more stretch. One more. As we exhale, front arm pulses out. Feel the burn in the arch of the foot. Release the toes. Sitting down into baby pose, okay? Into child's pose, sorry. So wriggle those hips back. Sit right back as far as we can now. Release those toes. Feet are flat on the floor. And just work those fingertips way in front above us. Stretch those shoulders away from those hips. Take a big breath in here while we can. Lift yourselves up from the floor if you need to. And exhale and drop yourself towards the floor. We're going to try and get the chest as close to the ground as we can. Keep relaxing as you breathe. It's not unusual to hear a few vertebrae pop back into place. Don't be worried. We're in a nice straight line, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's just those muscles and tendons falling into place. It's not really your spine moving. Of course, the more often you do this, the less it's going to happen. So I used to feel it all the time. This thing's great. Just go pop, 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 pop. Of course, I do it a lot now. Back seems to be in a nice, fairly healthy position. Alright. Okay, hinging up onto our elbows. Take one leg nice and long. Okay, like a half plank position or a half hover position right here. Okay, pressing down that foot into a, we're going to come into a hover. We don't want those hips to drop at all. Okay, as we glide that foot back and hold it there. I'm sure this is a yoga pose. I read it in a book somewhere once. Yes, I'm sure it's called a stick pose, I'm sure. Four point stick pose. 2 elbows, two sets of feet. Or 1 set of feet. 2 sets of toes. Okay, slowly lowering those knees to the floor. Bring the hips down to the floor, release the toes. And we're sort of in like a nice little gentle baby cobra position, aren't we? So I just want you to feel the hips on the floor. Feel the front of the pelvis on the ground. Feel your shoulders now. I want you just to wriggle them back. Try to take them down towards the hips. Make that neck nice and long. Gently breathing into the belly, into the floor. It's a nice easy back extension this one. We'll just drop from that plank straight into here. Or after a while you might start to feel things relax a little more, a bit more extension through the back. The shoulder blades, upper back might just start to feel like they're moving away, so get a really dull sort of stretch through there as well. Okay, so we're just going to tuck the chin, gently take the elbows out to the side and rest our cheek, any cheek on our palms, on our backs of our hands. Our hands across the laying on top of each other, and we're just laying the cheek under there. Okay. Just release that back just a little. Lift the head, look the other way. So lift the head, keep looking the way you are, switch positions of the hand. So take the top one, put it on the bottom on the top, lay the head back down. How different is that stretch? There's a little bit in it, a little bit of difference. Okay, lift the head, look the other direction. And you can feel that difference
there, different things. It's just that little rotation, minute rotation of the upper arm changes that feel. Alright. Tuck the toes, push ourselves up onto our knees. Okay, push ourselves all the way up. I'm going to finish up. Nice and tall. We're going to step forward. Any leg, I'm going to do my right leg because I'll be facing you guys. So I'm just going to step forward. Not too far. Okay, I want to keep my heel on the floor at the back, or my foot flat on the floor at the front. I need one straight leg here. I'm going to take my arms behind my back and just to take a hold of my wrists. Okay, so on my lower arms. Okay, hopefully I'm not going to fall over. Okay, so our feet are hip width apart if we looked at them, tram tracks. Alright, we're just going to hinge forward. The arms are going to keep the chest open, the shoulders back, and we're just going to ease out over the top of that foot. So don't drop the chin to the chest. I want you to look out in front, maybe, I don't know, 30 centimetres. Foot now, old times. Alright, and we just breathe. See if we can go a little lower. Nice stretch through the hammy and the butt on that front leg. Alright, slowly pushing through that front foot. Nice and steady. Release those arms, step back. Spin around. Okay, other foot steps forward. Okay, so we should have maybe learned a couple of things from that first one. One of them is straight line, so make sure the heel's kicked out. It doesn't fall inside as you step forward. It doesn't come inside like that. Hips are square now. Arms behind, just linking like so. Take a hold of those arms, each hand, and then just hinge forward. Exhale as we go. Each time we exhale, just allow yourself to sink a little bit more. So just looking in front of those toes, not at them. Just keeps that back in a nice, little bit healthier position. And slowly easing ourselves back up through that front foot. Alright, we're going to turn to the front. Okay, our little hinge, so our wide footed hinge. We're going to hinge over and see just how much better we are tonight as we finish off. So toes are straight, we get all the way to the floor already, straight away. Alright, just to finish off, I'm going to walk those hands around to the right foot. So remember, try not to pull the knees up. So just try to keep the kneecaps relaxed in the knees. So easy to pull those kneecaps up. Tighten up through the quads here. So. Slowly working over to the other side. Feel that stretch go around the legs. La 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 la. Okay, back to the middle, everyone. Take a breath in. Bring the hands forward, soften the knees, come to the floor, and take a seat any way you like. Namaste. Okay, thanks for joining us tonight. Bit of fun, bit of work on the legs tonight. I feel my legs shaking in the most peculiar way as we were coming over in those knee rolls. Interesting. Must be the way I was just relaxing and chilling out. Alrighty, there we have it. Look forward to seeing you in our next class, which will be Sunday. Mobility, or as we call it now, body works. And it does. I'll tell you, it really works in that class.